Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi, good morning to Tobago. Yes, it's your boy Marcus Daniel. I know you guys are accustomed to Julian and Adana being here, but it's a Friday, and I've advocated to have a 1 hour program on Friday mornings when it comes to sports. So I kind of get in my own way. So I'm here this morning, starting the show. I hope you guys are well tuned. You have your coffee, you have your tea, and you're getting ready for a packed program, entertaining program here on Tobago Update Television. So much happening in this space. I know yesterday a lot of the dancehall fans would have been tuned to international news just to see what would have been the outcome of that ruling from the Privy Council in regards to the teacher, the man they call Vibes Cartel. And some people are still trying to, cipher through what really would have transpired in terms of the ruling. And as far as I understand, it's still not out of the woods in that sense. They would have actually given the case back to the highest court in Jamaica. Whether there's going to be a retrial or the Vibes will be allowed to walk free, who knows? But interesting times in terms of the entertainment industry. Right here in Trinidad and Tobago, so many things happening. So many things I may not want to discuss negatively. I saw a report where they found a child at a particular home buried there. I think I saw this story say since 2017. I mean, dark times. Those are stuff you normally see on CSI and stuff. But I mean, I continue to pray every morning, for the blessings over this country, our children, people of Trinidad and Tobago. I know, and who knows? Maybe someday, we'll get it right. But yeah, guys, I'm here this morning. We're talking sports, and I hope that you guys will stay tuned to this morning's program. Yes, Candice will be on with the hard news, but obviously 1 hour of a packed program of sports. We're going to take a short break and we're going to go to Biana Brebner with news in 90 seconds.
Thank you, Marcus. Here is your news in 90 seconds for Friday, March 15, 2024. The Integrity Commission alerted the public of a letter purporting from the Commission accusing Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development Trevor James of misconduct is fake. The Commission denounced the circulating fake letter, highlighting its misuse of the Commission's letterhead and an unauthorized signature purporting from the acting registrar, clarifying that the named signatory had no affiliation with the Commission's staff. The Commission reaffirmed its dedication to confidentiality, professionalism, and integrity, condemning the letter's attempt to mislead and discredit. Consequently, the Commission is urging an immediate end to the unauthorized use of its letterhead and distribution of counterfeit documents. Up next, the Tobago Business Chamber expressed disappointment with Commissioner of Police Erla Yearwood Christopher for not meeting with them during her official visit to Tobago. As the sole registered business chamber based in Tobago, the chamber highlighted its active engagement in various aspects of the island's business landscape, including providing pre- and post-budgeted recommendations and liaising with national and international organizations. Despite this involvement, the Chamber noted the absence of discussion with the top cop, particularly regarding rising crime rates on the island, expressing hope for ratification of this oversight by the Commissioner's office in the near future. And finally, the opposition wants the government to clarify reports circulating regarding the suspension of property tax payments. UNC Public Relations Officer Dr. Kirk Mayhew mentioned these reports, claiming notices circulated online and were posted at government offices. Mayhew reiterated the UNC's opposition to the property tax and urging the government not to implement it. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Colin Burt clarified that property tax is 3% of annual rental value for residential properties after deducting 10% from the annual rental value. The IMF, in its latest report on Trinidad and Tobago, welcomed initiatives like property tax collection and Revenue Authority operationalized to enhance financial buffers. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
much there, Biana. We're getting ready for our birthday shout-outs. Yes, birthday shout-outs. Always exciting times here on Tobago Updates Television when we have the birthday shout-outs. And who do we have up first? Kendra Beard, happy birthday, Kendra Beard. I hope you have a wonderful day today and all the things that you have wished for your birthday. You get that from your friends, your family, and your loved ones. And birthday shout out coming to Bishop Ayotunde Akindele, coming from his wife, Pastor Natalie Akindele, and pastors, ministers, leaders, and members of the Victory Outreach Church. And they have said, may you continue to walk in purpose and impact lives. God's richest blessings on your birthday. We love you. Shout out to Ronald Adams. Yeah, man, March born. You see, he's sporting the Legends jersey there. It looks like he's going to have a wonderful time today. Have a wonderful day, Mr. Adams. Yes, guys, we're getting ready for, I said before, a wonderful program here today, a packed program on the Tobago Updates Television. It's a sporting morning, and I'm going to go through the rundown for you guys. Starting this morning, we have at 7:15, we're going to have Miss Cherish Irving, and she's talking about the launch of a school golf intercal. And she's the founder of the Irving's Golf Academy. Exciting times there with golf. Looking forward to that discussion with Cherish Irving. And then we have Mr. Mentor Baptiste. Something very important, something I'm very passionate about, a recruitment drive for referees here in Tobago. So I want to see what's up with Mr. Baptiste and the Tobago Referees Association with their recruitment drive. And then we're going to end the program with Mr. Nigel D'Souza and Terry Williams out of 1976 FC Phoenix. And they are doing wonderful things, representing and flying the Tobago flag very high at the Trinidad and Tobago Football Premier League in Trinidad, the Tier 1 league there. So they're going to come here and talk today about what they have done so far, and then they have a big match this Sunday. Yeah, you're going to hear more about that as we get into that discussion later on today. So guys, don't go anywhere. Remember our motto here: share the live, share the live, share the live. We're going to be right back.
Scrub Ties brings to you our organic fat dissolving shots. Yes, guys, our lemon butter shot breaks down stubborn fat, tightens any loose skin while increasing your metabolism. No side effects, no downtime. We also offer cavitation, cellulite treatment, butt, breast, hip dip fillers, weight loss, fertility IVs, and much more. Contact us on 495-6624 or follow us on Instagram at Scrub Ties Body Contouring. It's March Madness at Standard Distributors Limited. Get $100 back for every $1,000 you spend. Major appliance deals on Frigidaire, Hyacinth, Samsung, and more. Plus, same-day financing options available. Don't miss out. Sale ends March 31st. Standard, never beaten on quality and prices.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs, carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi guys, thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. It's Friday 15th March, and as I said before, it's a wonderful morning here in Tobago, beautiful morning. I saw in the backdrop a cruise ship coming in, so I know the guys out there are gonna have a good time today. making that foreign exchange in that sense, right? Let me also, before I get into my discussion, the first discussion this morning with Ms. Cherise Irving, send anniversary and birthday shout out to Mr. Ronald Adams. It's a double celebration for the Adams family. Happy birthday and happy anniversary to Ronald and Lionel Adams. God's continued blessings to you guys. I'd like to be Mr. Adams, birthday and anniversary in that sense. So have a good day, Mr. Adams and Miss Lionel. Yeah, so guys, first discussion up this morning. We're talking golf this morning. Yeah. And we are joined on set by Miss Cherise Irving. Fantastic. Yes. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr.
And thanks so much for being here with us this morning. And we're talking about the school golf intercol. Yes. Intercol. When I hear intercol, I mean, first thing comes to mind it's like track and field and football and those things. So is it something that is it similar to the golf? Is similar to football and the athletics?
Basically, we put a little twist fun in it. To the athletics, we have the relay.
Right.
But it's strictly golf. But the excited part, as everyone look forward in the intercol, the relay.
Right. So explain the relay for me, because people who are listening here might think golf is like, you try to hit a hole in one or you putt a ball. What is the relay leg of it?
All right. So the relay is something I created, a unique, where we have 4 participants. The first one hit the full shot, aiming to get to the flag. Second one, drop the club, grab the ball, hand it over to the person going to chip the ball to the net. Also drop the club, run, get the ball, hand it over to the runner. Now the runner going to hand it to the putter and try to put that ball onto the board.
Yeah. So you sat down like a day and say, let me make this fun for them children, boy. And children like to let's be active.
Yes.
Right? And last year you had it right.
Yes.
How many schools participated last year? And is it for preschoolers, primary school, secondary school? How we go about it?
Last year we had 10 schools, and this year we have 15 schools in total participating. It's open to all golfers, even the school that we train, and open to all golfers to participate to represent their school. Right? So we want to create fun for the kids. That's the way we're going to grasp their attention and to have them enroll and play in the game of golf, because they say the game of golf is a boring sport when you watch it, but when you play it,
yeah, it's actually fun.
It's actually a difficult sport to really have to concentrate. You have to be mental strong.
Yeah.
And the game of golf really relaxes you.
Yeah.
Right? Teach you a lot of patience. So you have to be a patient person.
and do you believe that the sport is growing in Tobago? Because I'm not sure if there's there's a wrong perception where golf is concerned, even tennis as well. That's an expensive sport. How would you respond to that?
I believe it's growing. Compared from long time used to be a gentleman's sport, a sport that not anybody can enter and participate. And it's really opened up, I must say. Through the pandemic, it's actually opened up more than before, right? And I am glad to see the young and the old persons are actively in the game of golf. And I wish it grew every year. And building tourism in Tobago is a great avenue for tourism in Tobago golf. And I wish to see everyone come out and see this spectacular second annual golf intercol.
Yeah, and not to stray from the topic at hand, but I know there's a big golf event this weekend here.
Yes.
So Irving's Golf Academy is going to be there as well.
We are going down there today to visit and to watch. It's only for men.
It's only for men?
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago Open. Yeah. And it's at Magdalena Golf Course. And it's a really nice event to go and watch and to meet persons and, and see how the golf game is like. Yeah. Right? Please bear in mind, you have to be in the sun. You have to be patient, and also you have to be quiet around the golf course.
Yeah, fantastic. So back to the school golf intercol, and it's going to happen when and where?
It's going to happen on Monday the 18th at Shaw Park Field or grounds, we will say. right? That big area. We're gonna run out and have fun and a lot of from the age of 3 years old right up. So we include the secondary school this year, right? So we want to broaden the horizon. The secondary school having them active in the game of golf. Also, as I said before last year, you can also do golf for CXC. Right,
oh, you
so
can,
you pick PE and you pick golf, and we come in and assess.
And that's as a result of you agitating to the powers that be to have it. So that's an accomplishment. You must be proud of that.
Yes, definitely.
That's fantastic. And I like the idea that you have expanded it to secondary schools, because what we find most times is that you introduce it at the primary school or even preschool, and then they drop off at the secondary school level because there's no continuation. And I'm happy for that. I mean, you give parents another opportunity to participate in sport.
Yes.
In that sense. I know last year you had it at was Moncton, you had it last year.
Yes.
And now we are going to shop at Recreation Ground. Are you trying to follow cricket?
No, definitely. You don't really need the golf course actually in the game of golf. What's really made the golf course is the greens.
Is it all right?
The greens.
And not the mounds and the sand pits and all these different things.
The sand pits is a little, you could say, difficulty to get out of it. Some traps and the water hazard. But to really master your short game, you really have to be able to do distance control and be able to put the main thing of the game is be able to chip and putt.
Oh, so like put it on screen here. That's what explain what they are doing there.
Right. So basically, they are trying to roll the ball gently into the cone. Right. So that's drills we usually do in some of the schools. So they really accept the sweeping, like a broom sweeping aspect, right? And they tend to concentrate on the ball, hands and eye coordination, and it also teach them the game of golf, putting.
Who are some of the schools in Tobago that have enrolled to your program?
Some of the schools, they are pre-primary and secondary, I said. Signan Hill, WIM, Little White Diamonds, Docas Hope, Bright Gems, and WIM Betelza, usually recently started. Plymouth Anglican recently started.
Nice.
And I hope a lot more come on board and join the game of golf, right?
And obviously, your academy, you provide the equipment and all these different things.
Yes, we provide equipment. We do not go into the schools with the real clubs. We go to the fake clubs.
Can you imagine?
And the evening program is for the real clubs.
And that's at school. So what's the evening program?
The evening program we currently at Mount Pleasant Field, where we teach a game of golf, and also we at Magdalena, where they have a membership. The students have a membership there, and they go out and play the game of golf with the real golf club, real golf ball, everything like that. Right? So the school, we use safety first. We're using the fake hard and sponge ball.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. So tell me, what's the program going to be like on Monday?
Right, so Monday, the program going to be for the preschools. We're going to concentrate on the chipping and the putting for them. That's the competition between age of 3 and 4. And the primary school chipping and putting also. And the evening program will be doing drive. They will be using the real golf club and the real ball.
Those are the guys who probably have mastered the technique.
Correct.
So persons who are interested in seeing some young golfers, you can come down to Shore Park, and it's all free.
Yes, it is open for the public. Come view, come and learn the sports, come and watch on, and you may learn 1 or 2. Also, we have the theory part. We'll be asking them some questions.
Right?
So you will be educated about the game of golf through the young players.
And I expect that there will be lots of prizes, trophies, medals, and all these different things.
Definitely, it will be. And also, I want to thank THTI. I want to thank Taste Tobago.
Right.
Also, I want to thank each and every one, the parents and the students for continuous support, the teachers, the principal, and the SS2, and education, sports, everyone for continuous support in this game of golf.
Yeah, fantastic. And I'm happy that you mentioned the principal.
Yes.
And principal sometimes it could be very miserable. Let me say miserable. In that they are focused on so many different other things. And I'm happy that they are welcoming this new sporting activity in schools. And I'm happy to also hear that it's part of the PE CXC. You can do it as a CXC subject. And I'm hearing in the grapevine that there's a trip plan as well, where Urban Golf Academy is concerned.
Yes, we are. We got invited to go to Bahamas to play the juniors, to participate in the US Kids. the Barbados Golf Club tournament, and just want to expose the kids, let them have fun and learn the game and learn everything that is there about golf. And I must say, in the school program, we have some students that are, say, autistic, and the game of golf really settles them down, right? You know, they are overthinkers and they are always busybody, right? So that really calms them, and you see much a development in the students, also the improvement in their work, because, you know, they click, they really on the go, right? So that's some of the benefits of in the school program, you know, in the schools for the game of golf.
Yeah, so this is your second year in the schools. You have started this program last year.
Yes.
And I'm happy to see also other schools are coming on board. Pretty much you said join this year.
Yes,
and obviously with the work that you guys are doing, I expect next year, like all of Tobago will be participating.
Bigger and better.
Bigger and better. So just before I allow you to go, just give the viewers again time and place on Monday. Or the only place to be on Monday?
Right, the only place to be on Monday is Shaw Park Grounds at 9:30 to 2:30 p.m. All right, so we're going to kick off sharp at 9:30. Come on down and support and see the game of golf, drive, chip, and putt.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, and I'm going to be definitely representing the Division of Education, Research and Technology. And maybe you can see me drive. I mean, I'm a cricketer. and I mean, they go kind of hand in hand in a sense, no boy, with the swing.
Yes.
They just can't be too wild with the swing because some people...
It's the opposite of cricket. Cricket is more points, golf is less.
Right. Them fellas just say I'm a Vopana boy. And I say to corner. But yeah, I think I can do the golf thing. But yeah, I'm really excited about this program. I was there last year.
Yes.
And just seeing the excitement from the youngsters, especially when they hit like in the hole. Yeah, that's satisfaction.
Yes.
So I'm also delighted that sponsors would have come on board as well privately.
Yes.
And also the THA are also on board, the principals. Yeah, and once you have something that is positive and meaningful and attractive and fun, you're going to have that buy-in. And I'm happy that you're also in the school and keep up the good work from the Irving Golf Academy. And maybe schools in the north side, in the east, can jump on board as well. Yes, so guys, I've been chatting here with Ms. Cherish Irving. I'm talking about the launch of the second annual Golf in School Intercul. It's happening Monday down there at the Shaw Park Recreational Ground. We're going to take a short break. But in that break, don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Tobago. It's another football showdown this Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Our very own 1976 FC Phoenix comes out to lock up and lock down Prisons FC. Come and see national call-up Jem Gordon, Jariel Arthur, Lambos, Trevin Noah Caesar, and Adriel George as they continue to rise and take Tobago higher. Come and support Phoenix as they extend their unbeaten streak. Kick-off time 4 p.m. Admission $25. Make it an evening of fun and entertainment. It's FC Phoenix versus Prisons FC. Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Be there.
with a smile on your face. When you're moving from place to place. Good morning.
No place like home. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with us here on Tobago Updates Television. Sporting morning. I'm in my glee this morning. And I want to say thanks to Ronald Wood and the guys behind the scene for allowing us 1 full hour to talk about sports, not only in Tobago, but nationally. Joining me on set this time, Mr. Mentor Baptiste. We're talking about the recruitment drive of the Tobago Referees Committee. Good morning to you, Mr. Baptiste.
Good morning, Marcus, and good morning, Tobago.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for joining us this morning and talking about an important aspect of football. And I say football because without the referees, we have no football. You may have some referees on the bush side, but when it comes to the implementation of the laws of the game, referees very important, right? So tell me about this drive that you guys are on now.
Okay, so in the Caribbean, on a whole, there's a shortage of referees.
Right.
And we here in Tobago, it's even more critical. So, and since COVID, it has been a little worse. So we have to improve our numbers. Because there's a lot of football playing, a lot of football at all various levels.
Village leagues, school leagues,
Republic
TFA,
Cup,
all,
you name it,
they're
playing.
stretched.
And the guys are stretched in. And if we continue like this, it's going to destroy them. So we have to encourage more and more, and I will say young people, but all are invited. To come out and start refereeing. Past players could come out. Young people who love the game, but really playing is not for them, can come out. And even some I will encourage who are playing, they should decide within themselves.
To learn the rules.
To learn the rules, and even think carefully whether playing is their best option. Because when I go through some of the benefits you can get from refereeing, some of them might want to decide. I know some of them really love to play. But
they ain't good. You want to say that?
I'm not even going to say that they're not good. Some of them might be good players. But are they good enough to make it on the world stage as a player? Whereas if they come to referee, maybe they could make it on the world stage as a referee.
And before we get into the discussion, because I mentioned world stage, and I saw recently one of your very own, in Carissa Jacob, she would have gone internationally to do refereeing. Tell me more about that.
She would have gotten the opportunity to go to the Women's Gold Cup.
Women's Gold Cup.
That's the CONCACAF premier women's event. And she would have done very well, in my opinion. She got all the way to the semifinals.
Wow.
And she was one of the match officials on the semifinals. And as a matter of fact, I got word last night that she's again invited out on the 9th of April to do a sort of repeat of the finals between the USA national team and Brazil. The U.S. female national team and Brazil. So she'll get that opportunity to do the final. In a sense.
So as you rightfully said, opportunities are
are there.
You know, you travel the world.
That's
and
right.
You get exposed, and then you could come back here and try to get others to go as well.
And they pay you in US dollars.
Oh my gosh. I think I got to change my career anyway, in that sense. So tell me about the strategies you guys are using, because obviously this is not the first recruitment job that you guys would have put on. What are the strategies that you are using now? Obviously, you can use Carissa as an example to get young people and people to...
Actually, I wanted her here this morning, but unfortunately, she sent me a message that she couldn't make. Well, presently, there's a national online course at this time. That has started already, and as a matter of fact, I saw one Marcus Daniel in the class. I'm not sure if you all are related. But that has been going on for a few weeks now. But apart from that, here in Tobago, we want to run our own local sessions here as well. And
not online, but face-to-face.
Face-to-face sessions. Face-to-face sessions. And as a matter of fact, the Tobago participants who are online, they can start coming out to our training here in Tobago. And as a matter of fact, some of them have started already. So we are going to be ramping up a lot of training once as we have people to train. That's April. In May, we want to start an adult program where we are going to go through all the laws of the game. They're going to do their on-field preparation as well. and hopefully start refereeing sometime this year. As well, we want to start a youth program come July, August, that vacation period, where we'll be targeting the secondary school children at that time to pull them in, and they will be more focused on refereeing some of those secondary school games at the junior levels, late under 14, the female, under 15, and so on.
That's like the practical in that sense. You wet your feet there, and then obviously you go up.
You move up.
Very important.
And it is interesting times for referee in this region, because once as you are young and you're passing the FIFA fitness test and you're refereing reasonably good, they pack you off to Mexico for a 2-week training program.
Mexico, I mean, what is called the altitude in Mexico? Oh my goodness!
In Mexico City, especially,
my gosh,
it's very high, but it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah. So you would have been through that program.
That program wasn't around in my time.
Okay.
I benefited from other programs,
right.
But this one is I think they call it the core program, and it's for central referees only.
Okay.
And they try to pull the young fellas. One of the new FIFA referees that we have, he's from Trinidad. He would have benefited from this program because he started to referee at age 14. So now that he is 25 years old, it was easy for him to just walk on the panel at 25.
And obviously, younger you are, you get to soak up all the different rules and regulations. But you can study the Bible. But when it comes to applying what you have probably learned, that's the important part of it.
And that's why there's continuous training. And it's important that referees continue to train, although they have finished their course.
Yes.
There's, one, every year there are changes to the laws. And two, to make sure that you are current with the application of the laws, you have to continue training.
Yeah, and let's talk about the requirements to be a referee, right? What's your prerequisite? What do you want people to come with? If you are really serious about becoming a referee, what are what's your training like? What do you have to do to become a certified, qualified referee?
Okay, so there are several aspects to it. One is being able to understand the laws of the game. So you should have a little understanding.
Right.
Once as you pass through primary school, you should have that level of understanding.
It's people still don't know what offside.
Okay. Once as you pass through primary school and can read, you should have that understanding. And a lot of people don't understand offside because they would never thought offside.
Right.
So once as we teach them it, because we teach them it theoretically and practically.
Yes.
So they have a full understanding of what offside is. And trust me, when you do that offside law, you yourself will be shocked.
Wow.
Besides the theoretical part, there's the application of the law, being able to apply the law. So there'll be a lot of practical, technical training in how to run and position yourself and where to look and what to look for, and certain areas of the field, what to expect there. So there's that area close to the bench, we call it the dead zone, but a lot of dangerous things happen there because there's where the play most times build up to attack.
So this after the half line?
Just between the two benches.
Right.
That area.
In midfield?
Midfield.
Right.
You will see a lot of crunching tackles taking place there. So
what you call it?
They call it the dead zone.
The dead zone.
And then there's that final attacking third of the field where that penalty area, you have to know according to which side the ball is going on, where to run on to make sure that you can see whether something happened inside or outside the penalty area. And you're communicating with your assistant referee, because when you start to do the training, you'll see. So there's a lot of technical things we do on the field.
Yes.
And then, of course, there's the physical fitness. And that component could be very demanding at times.
Yes.
And those who are aspiring to go onto the FIFA level, it's very, very intense training. You train like a professional athlete at that level. The local games are pretty slow, so you don't need that kind of intensity for fitness.
I understand.
But those younger ones who are aspiring to go to the FIFA level, you have to.
So there must be a cutoff age in terms of being a FIFA approved referee. I mean, what age do you want them to come at? And if I am interested in getting to be a official at a FIFA event, what's the cutoff age? Because
Okay. So you come in as young as possible.
Young as possible
could be primary school.
All right.
Right? So you come in as young as possible. As a matter of fact, right now we have a boy who is 14 years old. So I'm very happy for that. You can become a FIFA assistant referee, what you all call long ago the linesman.
Right.
But it's assistant referee at age 23.
Right.
So from 23, you can become a FIFA assistant referee.
Right.
The FIFA referee, the central referee, at age 25. Both assistant referee and referee, your cutoff age is 45. So at 45, you can referee locally again, not internationally. However, in CONCACAF, before you are 23 or 25, you can become a CONCACAF referee if you are refereeing very good and passing the fitness test. So you might be given things like little CFU tournaments and so on to go to. So you can actually start traveling and earning foreign exchange before you become a FIFA referee. So there are lots of benefits out there for the young people. And for the women, it's a lot easier because we have a greater shortfall in the number of women.
Yeah, because I remember Julianne McDougall. Julianne McDougall was also involved.
She was one of the top assistant referees in CONCACAF.
Yeah.
She was earmarked to go to a World Cup.
Oh my gosh!
But
I know life happens.
Yeah, life
and
happens.
So how can persons who are viewing this program right now join this recruitment drive if they're interested?
Okay, so let me just get some numbers. Okay, so we have the chairman. You can contact him at 474-6427. That's 474-6427. You can contact the secretary at 465-6055. That's 465-6055. Or you can get in contact with me as well at 391-8046. I didn't write down my number and I almost forgot it. That's 391-8046.
Yeah. And how long does the program take for you to come out and say, hey, I can go and do again?
The theoretical part takes a few weeks, maybe about 8 weeks.
Right.
And the on-field training is for the rest of your life.
The rest of your life.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then we do have follow-up classroom sessions and so on, where FIFA has a website that we go to that has a lot of videos and so on that we help train our referees to say, okay, if you were the referee in this position, what would you have done?
Yeah.
And so on. So it's very interactive and so on for them.
So the referees committee in Tobago, in terms of training and retraining, when you put the guys out there, obviously you may be at a game and you review. You guys use video evidence to review?
Yes, we have to.
Yeah.
We have, because, and you see the modern game with all the technologies around.
Yeah. You can't give
a game is played here in Tobago.
Yeah.
Sometimes wrongfully, the referee is accused, sometimes wrongfully, and sometimes rightfully.
I like that.
No, it's a human being.
Yeah, of course.
It's a human being. And when we see it, we will pull the referee and let them know. We go through it with them.
So they have demerit points or what?
Huh?
They have demerit points?
Because of our small numbers, we can't.
Yeah, because there are some referees.
Because in the real sense of things, let us say we had 100 referees in Tobago. We would have had them at different levels.
Right. Yes,
so there would have been promotion and demotion of referees based on your performance and those things.
Because if it is that, because the pool is very small,
the pool is
the
very
guys
small.
who are making the mistakes are continue.
We have to use them again.
That's trouble, because that is always an official can make or break your career, you know. An official
sometimes yes.
Especially in cricket. Imagine I'm on debut. Look at Lincoln Roberts for West Indies and Glenn McGrath, all up here the ball hit on debut. He had to go, and that's the end of Lincoln Roberts. We didn't see him again. So imagine if he didn't get out there and he go and make 100. Or no, Lincoln may have been playing for West Indies.
But you see, now there's technology.
Well, yeah. So you can review.
You can review.
Yes, you can review. But as I said before, I'm very happy for this drive, and I'm hoping that, especially the schools program that you are thinking of doing, you get into the schools and probably make it mandatory for the clubs that are under the TFA or collaborate with the TFA to send 2 representatives to participate in the drive. Because if I can have persons within the clubs that are qualified to not even become referees, but understand the game and they can impart on their team, it makes your job easier.
And as a matter, as you mentioned that, we do offer to any club in Tobago and any school in Tobago, we do offer them. We can come in and go through the laws of the game.
That's good.
Very few clubs did take it up. Some years ago, Phoenix took it up. I think Wim took it up, and we went in. And I remember Terry saying, I can't remember which law we were doing. He said, I never know that.
Is he?
He said, and he turned to one of his players. He said, you know that? I never know that.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show that, one, the laws change every time. So the laws that we know today, next year it will be slightly different.
Right. Same thing with the offside right now. Offside only changing every year.
Yep. Because they want to get it right. Because you players and coaches are not easy, you know. When they make the law, you all come up with all sorts of ingenious ways to circumvent the law.
Like the hand of God.
So every year they try to make it
I understand.
a little better and a little better.
Mr. Batista, we have to end the interview here now, but I really appreciate that you came on here this morning. We're talking about the recruitment drive. Any final word you want to mention?
As you said in the opening, you really cannot play good football without referees. Not every call we are going to get right.
Yes, I agree.
And I want spectators and players to understand that.
Especially
just
spectators.
just like the player, not every shot he tries at goal he's going to score.
Exactly.
And we are human beings.
Yes.
We try to get it right. When we see errors, we go back in our thing and try to correct them.
Appreciate that.
And because we want a better brand of football in Tobago. And we all have to work together, the players, the coaches, the referees. And when we have our young referees, if they make an error, cussing them out is not the solution.
It can be very intimidating at times, but I understand.
But I have a girl recently who was intimidated to go back. And we had to really encourage her to go back. And I was glad to see last week, Saturday, she went back in the middle and she had a game and so on.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
We have to develop the game all around. And sometimes the aggression from players and coaches builds you for the next stage. And we could talk about that as well. But just to wrap it up, come out and referee. It builds your character. It improves the type and quality of person you become. And come out and try it. You might actually like it, and it might be a career path that you would have chosen.
Exactly. And I have to concur with you. So guys, especially those that aren't I don't want to say skillful enough and trying to become, I want to call some names, but I ain't calling no names, right? But you can participate in football not only on the field as a player, but you can be on the side, or you can also be in the middle as the man in charge, right? Plenty of opportunities, and I've been watching local games in football, and I can tell you sometimes the referees they left me wanting many times. But the referees committee in Tobago here, they are asking for persons to come out. Well, they'll go out there and do the thing. It's for your improvement as well, your club's improvement, your community improvement. So I want to thank Mr. Baptiste for coming here this morning, and I really hope that the recruitment drive is a resounding success. So guys, yes, thank you so much for staying tuned thus far. We have one more interesting interview coming up. The guys from FC Phoenix doing wonderful things down there in the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League. That's after the break. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Tobago, it's another football showdown this Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Our very own 1976 FC Phoenix comes out to lock up and lock down Prisons FC. Come and see national call-up Jem Gordon, Jariel Arthur, Lambos, Trevin Noor Caesar, and Adriel George as they continue to rise and take Tobago higher. Come and support Phoenix as they extend their unbeaten streak. Kickoff time 4 p.m. Admission $25. Make it an evening of fun and entertainment. It's FC Phoenix versus Prisons FC. Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Be there. Be there.
No place like home, home, home.
Oh, I love Tobago, baby.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last drop of bacchanal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. We with all my friends and them. No place like home. 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 We go jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Storby Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi guys, thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. Yes, Friday 15th March, Sporting Morning. Had a really interesting conversation there with Mr. Mentor Baptiste talking about refereeing the sport of football. And they are on a recruitment drive. And we're still in the sport of football. Joining me on set, head coach of FC Phoenix, Nigel D'Souza, and the president of FC Phoenix, Mr. Terry Williams, a good friend. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
You're looking smart in your Phoenix FC jerseys, man. I like that. Guys, I mean, all over the country, TV6 News, national news, papers right through, we're hearing about the rise of FC Phoenix. Out of Tobago, the only club participating at the national level, the highest league, right? Participating there, and you guys are holding your own. Nigel, starting with you. At the beginning of the season, I guess you were asked about where would you guys want to finish. You know, number one, 8 on the standings, right? A victory on Sunday against Prisons at the right to Excelsior can take it to 6th. How are you feeling about where you are right now and all the games that you have played thus far?
Continue to be a learning experience. I thought the fellas have grown throughout the season. I mean, obviously, when you're going to something new, you have to figure out what you need to do, how you need to do it, how to prepare the players. And we have made a lot of strides in those areas. And I think now the team, technically, tactically, physically, in a much better place than when we just started. So we're looking forward to continuing that progress.
Okay, and you think you have now earned the respect of the more seasoned teams in the competition, haven't beaten the defending champions defense for some weeks ago?
Well, that is for them to decide. We go in and do our job, which is to look for 3 points again on Sunday, and it's them have to know if they respect us, yes or no. But we're looking for 3 points. Yeah.
And what has brought up? It is mentioned tactically, right? Obviously, you're now into the second round, unbeaten into the second round, looking to go to the top of the table because it is not too far from the top, right? What would have brought up about the change, and tell me about the tactics that you have changed to get the results that you are getting now?
I think sometimes we may take for granted sometimes the speed of the game.
Right.
So then you have to prepare the players to play at that speed. And I mean, all of us learn at the same time. Right? So the speed, how you need to play. Because we might be able to do some things in Tier 2. The margins for error are a lot different at the Tier 1 level. So you have to make those changes as well. And then just make little adjustments because the teams are a lot more tactical, tactically prepared. So you have to make those adjustments as well.
That's good.
We have done that.
Yeah. And what's the mood in the camp from the guys? The idea of believe that we can finish the second round unbeaten?
we're hungry to win the next game.
Yeah.
We'll take it one step at a time, but
Yeah.
obviously you're going to every game wanting to win. You're going to a game with a point, and if you can leave with that point, then you leave with it. But obviously you're going looking for 3 points in every game. But you had to play the game on the day, and we just try to do that.
Yeah. Coach Man, deep down inside, you must be really proud of this team.
Yes, I'm very, very proud of this team. We could coach and say we want is up to the players.
Yes.
And we could see now that the players believe.
Yeah.
They believe that, look, this thing ain't so hard as, we could do it, we could do it. And this is what, I could see from the players. You don't have to kick them anymore to motivate them to go.
Yeah.
They're ready, they're hungry, and they see themselves going up, As Nigel see, one game at a time.
Yeah.
This game coming up is a crucial game. They are also learning and they are rising. With the Phoenix,
Yeah, I like that. You're the Phoenix, you're the rise. Our time to rise.
Yes, that's what the Phoenix made of.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that game.
Yeah, and Coach Man, the club 1976 FC Phoenix. That year signifies what? The start of the club?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. We mark it with 76.
Yeah.
But really, the Phoenix started in 74.
74.
In the minor league in Canaan.
Right.
But we were so way off that we don't want to remember them 2 years. 74 and 5, we don't want to remember.
Yeah.
We won one game in 74.
That's in the Tobago League?
No, the Canaan minor league.
Canaan minor. And this club was formed by yourself, and you can mention the others because, this is longevity.
Yeah.
Like 50 years now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Theophilus Trim was very instrumental in forming this club. He was a basketball, person and so on. I think he had that in mind.
Right.
And we wanted to spread it to a sport club. He didn't want to say, well, look, I'm football, he's basketball. So he tried to, spread it as wide as possible to a sport club.
Yeah.
But the people who was in that club was footballers.
Yes.
We play basketball too. We did play basketball.
Growing up, I played football, basketball,
Yes.
cricket, anything sporting I played.
Good.
And
we was a decent team in Shaw Park, but other people fall off, but I stick to it and bring the fellas. A matter of fact, in 76, I did scouting through the minor league and look for all the brilliant young players and bring them together.
This is the community of Canaan Bonaccord Compoint, yes?
Ian, God rest his soul.
Yes.
Ian, Tabby.
That's Ian Cookshank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chuck with the score.
Yeah. The guys who are now masters, Phoenix Masters.
Now Phoenix
Masters. Yes.
And I want to see that we should pay some respect to the other teams that participated from Canaan.
Main Street.
Somerset.
Yeah.
If I had the knowledge I had now, the team would name Somerset.
Oh, right.
Because you ain't getting nowhere changing administration. Some stability was needed. But that Somerset team was a brilliant team. They had players that I learned from, like Rupert Franklin, they call him Rupee. There was Kenlis Dillon, Brissot, Brissot, Precoux. That team, for me, at my age, the time I joined that team, I think that was the only team in the world. You know what I mean? Me and premiership on that team.
And look at this now. Phoenix.
Yes.
In the top league in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And as I said, close to 50 years, this club has formed. And you are now at the peak. You have players who are going to national trials and all these different things. I mean, what's the secret in keeping a community club? Because I can tell you about community club because I am also a member of a community club, a cricket club. And it's not easy trying to please everybody in a club because everybody want to play.
Yes.
They're training hard, but they want to come match day. If I say you're not in 11, it has problems.
Yeah.
How have you kept this club going to today that you guys are right up there and are making national news?
Yes. I myself was a decent player.
I
myself was a decent player and I just tell them, look, I say, all I tell me, I stand and sing the national anthem.
I like that.
play for Trinidad and Tobago.
Nothing beats experience.
And you could say it today,
the
only player that never live in Trinidad and never play no other league and only play for Phoenix is me. And play for Trinidad and Tobago.
I like that.
So I know.
Yeah.
Not that only that experience. When I decide that I really had to take up this thing, I had to get educated about it. Rudil was my mentor, Rudil Clark.
Mr. Clark, yeah?
Yeah, God rest his soul too, you know. He gave me my first real education about what is coaching about, what is thing. I tell you, I give you a joke. Mr. Duke from Blackrock.
Sir Duke?
Yes, Sir Duke came to live in the community. And Rudil was tied up with Turn of the Tide and all that.
He's a movie star. He's a movie star.
Yeah, movie star. He didn't come into training as regular as the players would like.
Yeah.
You know? So we decided, look, let me bring in Juki.
Right.
So we talked to Juki and think Juki warned me. He said, Terry, this is not going to work. Rudil doesn't, sanction this. He doesn't. I said, Rudil, don't come training and so on and thing. We need an assistant coach, you're a teacher,
Yes.
So come to the club. Mr. Duke came. When Rudil show up, he's not pleased.
You want?
Yes, he's not happy. And I am seeing that.
Yeah.
The other players probably not seeing that, but I am seeing that. We go by years and say, you ain't sharing information with the man and thing. And Rudil would look at me and he say, well, you trying to give me an assistant? He does not give a coach an assistant. The coach have to choose his assistant. I said, well, you need an assistant. What about your friends Chippy and all them fellas? He said, why do you think I'll give you all these people?
You're the assistant. I like that. Those are good memories. Those are really good memories. Yeah. And Nigel, you must have learned a lot from Coach Terry because I'm from Kenam Bonacoda as well, and I've seen when we have cricket over the years gone by there. You've been there with the youngsters and Coach Man there with all the number of young players from the community. And now you are head coach. You must feel pleased that you have learned a lot from him. And Coach Man must be pleased as well, Nigel and his progress. So, tell me about the experience of working with him and now you are in charge.
Yeah, definitely. And I've mentioned this on the other interviews we have done previously. The knowledge you could gain from Coach Man is extensive.
Yeah.
Obviously, you take from what he teach and then you try to apply and learn on your own. But it's been great working coming from. I think I started to coach probably 2013 somebody taking over. That's the small ones come straight up.
Yeah.
And I've coached throughout the academy and I've been grateful
and
for
some of the guys are now within the team.
Some of the guys now are on the team. So I've been given the opportunity to go and to coach throughout the academy, come straight up. And then just the dedication he showed, it rub off the same way. So I'm there every day and that grind, I learned from him, grinding by himself sometime. And that's part of why I took up, because I used to see him there by himself.
Yes, I can tell you what that.
So then I say, look, I in it too, and it's just, for the most part of it, me and him for a lot of the time.
Fantastic. And as we look to wrap, right, tell me about the upcoming game. I've seen the ad. I'm very excited to be there on Sunday. You're up against the prison officers on Sunday. How are plans, preparation going for that game on Sunday?
We had a good week of preparation.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. The guys are fully prepared and ready. We have one more training session and then we get ready to play Sunday. They beat us the first round, so it wouldn't be an easy game at all.
Yes.
We understand that all the games are tough, so we have to go fully prepared and then look for the 3 points at home.
Yeah, very, very modest. And in terms, you mentioned training, you have one more training session. I'm knowing you want to not answer or probably deflect from this question I'm going to ask now. Where are you guys training?
Where
are you guys training?
Right now we're still in Blackrock.
You're still in Blackrock?
Yeah.
Coach Man, before we go, right, sometimes it'd be difficult to talk about certain things, right? But I can tell you I'm not going to shy away from it, right? I am a cricketer. And I was always a Kenam Bonacoda is my community. I grew up in Castara, but Kenam Bonacoda is my home ground. Right? I played cricket there for how many years?
Yep.
And I love playing cricket in Kenam Bonacoda, obviously because the street bounty short in that sense.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to play at the Kenam Bonacoda recreation ground for probably over 5 years. That must be hurting you that you can't play a home match or train at Kenam Bonacoda recreation ground.
very, very heartening to not be able to play there. You know, the feel is horrible.
Yeah.
You know, vehicles coming in there and in and out. Even if they put up the nice little wall and thing, they gotta fix the gate and stop vehicles from.
So vehicles still driving on the field.
Vehicles still coming in there and making things worse.
Yeah.
So I spoke with Mr. Was, and he told me this
is the Assistant Secretary for the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport.
He promised that they're doing something in Buko now, and he will get the graders to come over and very shortly and fix. And I'm a patient person, you know that. And I'm waiting patiently to, for that to happen, because it really hampering the development of sport.
And even the community, because just imagine a defense force coming to Tobago to play a home game in Canaan. It have no parking space.
No.
It have no parking space down there. And you know when Phoenix playing home, our Canaan Monaco Sports Club playing home, what the community does do in terms of support. Yes, the Dwight York Stadium is now the fortress, because you ain't losing in Dwight York Stadium. But to get to play home, the concessionaires, the man who making the little corn, the little sauce, the little popcorn can also benefit from that. Instead of leaving the community to come to the Dwight York Stadium. So I am also making that plea to the powers that be. We want we going fixed. We want we going fixed. It's not just about Canaan Monaco Sports Club or Phoenix, but the church groups, the people in the community that want to utilize the venue for the different activities. Fix it going.
And football, sport is about spectators.
And I mean, you come down in Canaan, for in time you think about coming Canaan, you lose already.
Of course.
You lose already.
Of course.
That's what home advantage brings. In that sense. So Sunday, what time we starting on Sunday? How much to get inside?
4 p.m., $25 to get inside. So we want the crowd to come out. Tobago.
We have a lot of things in stock to bring the crowd to give away.
Giveaways too? I'll be there early.
We're planning all that, We're planning all that. We go to the restaurant, we're asking to give us meals so that the spectators could get a chance to come and eat by you, We have plenty of things in mind.
And last time I spoke to Mr. Cadet, who was behind the scenes as manager as well. You're still looking for a sponsor, a solid sponsor.
Yes. Yes.
And not
handouts.
And we're still thankful to Rouge, obviously, for the uniform sponsorship. Very, very much thankful.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the club, I mean, representing Tobago well. Representing Tobago at the national level. They are currently, 8 on the standings, but not far from 6, because we're playing against the 6th place team on Sunday. When we beat them on Sunday, we're going to 6th in that sense, And we expect that at least 5,000 or more will be at the stadium on Sunday from 3 p.m. The game kicks off at 4, but we're building a vibe from 3 p.m. because we have giveaways, So we're ready. That's the color?
Yes.
We're ready.
Yes.
We're ready. And we come out and let's continue to rise with FC Phoenix, Coach Terry and of course Mr. D'Souza. I'm going to be there on Sunday. Yes, we do have a semi-final game. That's Canaan Monaco Sports Club, but we're going to fix that team early. And we'll come down and take in that game there and of course let us rise with the Phoenix. Thank you guys so much for being here this morning. And I want to continue to commend you guys, continue keeping the team together, the young guys. I saw Jem got a call up recently. Congratulations to him. And people were keeping their eyes on this young guy, Adriel George and Jariel Atta. Fantastic stuff happening with the club. And I'm happy that you are keeping them together. And yes, even though some guys might want to play, you in charge. You in charge. Yeah? They don't let them discipline. Guys, it's been a wonderful program this morning. I want to thank you guys for staying tuned. So much discussion this morning. Sheriff Irvin with the golf. That's happening on Monday. Then we have Mr. Mentor Baptiste with the recruitment drive for the referees. And of course, we are encouraging everybody to be at the Dwight York Stadium on Sunday from 4 p.m. No, 3 p.m. To take in Phoenix versus Prisons FC in the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League Tier 1. This is where I have to leave you guys this morning. Continue to be safe out there. All right, we have a cruise ship in Tongue. Let me see if I can go and do a tour or two down by Pigeon Point. And of course, take care of yourself over the weekend and be safe. We're going to take a break. When we come back on the other half, it's Candice Jackson with Good Morning Tobago. Share the live, share the live.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning.
preventative measures regarding gender-based abuse. Armed with their new skills, graduates are grateful to have participated in this UN Women Foundation's program Facilitators Training.
We looked at some of the cultural impacts of gender and how even our own society impacts how gender is seen. So we looked at the role of men and women, and even from a young age, the roles of boys and girls, different things that are frowned upon with boys, frowned upon with girls. I think it was very important because a lot of times we look at gender-based violence on the surface, like thinking that someone is probably just angry with another person and acting out. But when you look at these kind of underlying issues, you realize that it's more deeper than just someone deciding to act out.
Previous set of buzzwords were reducing violence against women and girls. Before it became a gender thing that is now more all-encompassing, it started off as a movement towards reducing violence against women and girls. And as we did this work, it became globally clear that in order to treat with violence against women and girls, we've got to incorporate boys and men. This workshop allows us to equip potential facilitators to appropriately and comprehensively conduct gender and gender-based violence training in emotionally safe ways. This program is but one of the many gender-sensitive initiatives that the division continues to implement, many of which are centered on the holistic development of our country as we streamline and implement best practices monitored by Gay Peoples of the National Policy on Gender and Development and the United Nations Development Programme Sustainable Development Goals 5 and 10.
The intent of the program is to nurture the abilities of positive change agents and increase the number of people who are able to eliminate gender-based abuse.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
Yes, guys, our lemon butter shot breaks down stubborn fat, tightens any loose skin while increasing your metabolism. No side effects, no downtime. We also offer cavitation, cellulite treatment, butt, breast, hip dip fillers, weight loss, fertility IVs, and much more. Contact us on 495-6624 or follow us on Instagram at Scrubties Body Contouring.
Tobago. It's another football showdown this Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Our very own 1976 FC Phoenix comes out to lock up and lock down Prisons FC. Come and see national call-up Jem Gordon, Jariel Arthur, Lambos, Trevin Noah Caesar, and Adriel George as they continue to rise and take Tobago higher. Come and support Phoenix as they extend their unbeaten streak. Kick-off time 4 p.m. Admission $25. Make it an evening of fun and entertainment. It's FC Phoenix versus Prisons FC. Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Be there. Be there.
Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates, your source for current affairs in Tobago, Trinidad, and the region. With the perfect conversations to complement your morning routine, I am Candice Jackson, and let's get started with the news in 90 seconds. The Integrity Commission alerted the public that a letter purportedly from the Commission accusing the Secretary of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development, Trevor James, of misconduct is fake. The Commission denounced the circulating fake letter, highlighting its misuse of the Commission's letterhead and an unauthorized signature purportedly from the acting registrar, clarifying that the named signatory had no affiliation with the Commission staff. The Commission reaffirmed its dedication to confidentiality, professionalism, and integrity, condemning the letter's attempt to mislead and discredit. Consequently, the Commission is urging the immediate end to the unauthorized use of its letterhead and the distribution of counterfeit documents. Meanwhile, the Tobago Business Chamber expressed disappointment with the Commissioner of Police, Earl Herod Christopher, for not meeting with them during her official visit to Tobago. As the sole registered business chamber based in Tobago, the chamber highlighted its active engagement in various aspects of the island's business landscape, including providing pre- and post-budget recommendations and liaising with national and international organizations. Despite this involvement, the chamber noted the absence of a discussion with the top cop, particularly regarding the rising crime rates on the island, expressing hope for rectification of this oversight by the Commissioner's office in the near future. And finally, the opposition wants the government to clarify reports circulating that regarding the suspension of the property tax payments. UNC Public Relations Officer Dr. Kirk Mayhew mentioned these reports, claiming notices circulated online were posted at government offices. Mayhew reiterated the UNC's opposition to the property tax and urged the government to not implement it. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Com Imber clarified that the property tax is 3% of the annual rental value for the residential properties, after deducting 10% from annual rental value. The IMF, in its latest report on Trinidad and Tobago, welcome initiatives like property tax collection and the Revenue Authority operationalization to enhance financial buffers. And that was the news in 90 seconds. And viewers, getting straight on into our program for this morning, we're going to get things started off with some politics and be chatting with the, well, I guess I'm trying to figure out what portfolio to have you on. But we know her as a Deputy Chief Secretary, the Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, but she's here to talk about the Tobago People's Party this morning. So good morning and welcome to you, Dr. Faith.
Good morning, and thanks for having me, Candice. And I am simply a member of the TPP at this point.
Okay.
And just for clarity, when we did the launch and we did the ratification of the Constitution and all of those meetings internally, we agreed that the only position that we would have highlighted at that point is interim political leader. So Farley Chavez Augustine is our interim political leader, and all of us, the rest of us, are simply members at this point.
All right, great. So you guys are gearing up for your first public meeting in Speyside on Sunday. Tell me about that.
Yes, certainly. So what we have, we recognize that we have been, putting all of the structures in the party together. Let me go back a little bit, last year we came together and we decided that we were going to have the name. The people got together, decided on the name, on the symbol. We agreed on what the Constitution would look like. We had our official launch last year. So as we are going into it again, we decided it was time for us to have an actual public meeting for the organization. And this is going to happen on Sunday, which is the 17th at 4 p.m. on the compound of the Speyside High School. So we kind of decided that because this is a Tobago party, a Tobago People's Party, we've had one big meeting down on the west. We'll have our next meeting would be in the east, and then we would decide possibly our meeting after that might be in the north or something like that, just to ensure we have a full spread. So on a Sunday, we're inviting everyone who considers themselves a Tobago person So, yes, it is for those who have officially registered with the party. But even if you have not registered with the party, but you want to hear more from us, you want to hear more about what our ideas are, our plans are, you want to hear more about what we've accomplished thus far, even within the executive of the THA, you can come out to Speyside on Sunday at 4 p.m. to be a part of that discussion.
All right. And is this going to be the start of your public meeting rallies as we lead up to the elections coming up?
Yes, certainly. So as a political organization, we recognize that part of what we need to do is that continual engagement with those that are looking towards us for leadership. So yes, this is just the first of many, many, many meetings. We know that the election bell has not rung yet officially for general, and we know that we still have a little bit of time before the THA election is constitutionally due. But we are readying ourselves, and we are readying Tobago to be a part of that process. We are also working up towards having our internal elections, because as I said before, we've only had the only portfolio thus far that we have all agreed on is interim political leader, but we have an entire structure that needs to be built out, including the traditional party chairman and general secretary and PRO and all of those things, deputy political leaders. All of those things need to also be built out, and that convention, to have that built out, the date for that convention will also be announced on Sunday. So that will be our next bigger thing after Sunday, the convention where we will elect our party structure, our representatives, and then we will continue with the political meetings as we go along.
All right. So for Sunday, what do people need to know about how to get up the road?
Certainly. So if you have your own car or your car pooling with somebody, just jump in your vehicle and ride up the road so that you could be there by 4 p.m. We hope to start at exactly 4 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. So that means, if you're living kind of further west, you take a leisurely drive. You could, start to drive since 12, go up, stop at all of the little stops on your way, and ensure that by 4 p.m. you are in Speyside, ready and waiting. If you need a transportation, the area representatives or the reps for the areas, for example, where we do not have an official area representative in the district, in the THA, we have been coordinating transportation to help people get up to the venue. So you need to get onto your assemblyman for the area or the person who has been identified as the caretaker, for example, of that district, if you don't have an assemblyman, to identify how you can get up to Speyside if you need transportation. Of course, it's a free event. It's a public event, so anybody and everybody is welcome to come. The party color officially is blue, so if you have something blue, please come. Even if you don't have something blue, come. Try not to wear red now. I mean, even if you're not wearing the blue, don't wear red. Don't wear red. So come, but don't wear red. So come and listen to us. We have a group of dynamic speakers who would be there. We have a young people. We have people who have not been on political stages, quote unquote, before, who will be a part of the process. Because as we said, we are really building this thing from the ground up and giving Tobago an opportunity to really and truly be represented by Tobagonians as we go forward.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for today. For now, because we're gonna hear more on Sunday from you guys. So we're definitely looking forward to see what you all have for Tobago to present on Sunday.
Certainly, TPP on Sunday 4 p.m. Speyside. Look out for us.
All right. So thank you so much, Dr. Faith, and viewers. We got a lot more coming up for you on GMT. So don't go anywhere after this break.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Tobago Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we are sticking with politics, but now we're switching to the PDP. So we'll be chatting with the political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, and that is none other than Mr. Watson Duke. So good morning and welcome to you, Mr. Duke. How are you doing? Good morning, Mr. Duke. So we have some technical difficulties in there in connecting with him, but yes, we'll be chatting with Mr. Duke in regards to some of what's been happening with the PDP, as you know, they have their eye on the elections as well. I mean, it seems as though on the ground it started to get a little heated. We've been seeing the PNM that's been out there doing their walkabouts. The TPP is doing their first official meeting on Sunday, and we know the PDP themselves, they have also been on the ground, you know, talking with their community and so on. So it seems as though things are getting started for the elections coming up. We have in 2025, we have general elections that are due in 2025, and then later on after that, we have THA elections that are due. So it's going to be some interesting times. It's going to be some bumper times, you know, as people of us in the media, you know, some of us are like, you know, we're a little bit tired of the elections. We're thankful for the break for a few years, but we're back at it again. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out. Now, there's going to be, from what we know, from what Dr. Faith said here while she was here talking about what's going to be happening for the TPP meeting on Sunday. They have quite a lot of announcements to be made, and we're going to know a little bit more about where the party is heading, and just even about the structure themselves, because we know, of course, they formed themselves just last year, so they've been working on building out the constitution and whatnot. So it'll be very interesting to see some of what they've decided within their party, and I know that some of that will come out on Sunday. But for the PDP now, like I said, it's been Mr. Duke has been carrying that banner very, very strong. Of course, he is the founder of the PDP, and he says repeatedly that, you know, the party is still going strong despite what happened, despite the fallouts that happened. You know, they're continuing to work on the ground and they continue to push things forward. But we're waiting to see see what they have in store. Like, how are they planning to regroup? I know Mr. Duke made some intentions, or I tried some intentions to contest the national elections, the general elections, which are due, of course, next year. Will he be doing both seats, both the Tobago and West and East seats? We're hopefully going to find that information out. So, yeah, so that's just some things that are happening politically. We are also waiting to hear some of the see if the PNM are going to start with their public meetings pretty soon as well. Like I said, I know they've been meeting with the communities, having their little cottage meetings around as they do their walkabouts. So it'll be interesting to see how they regroup and what their strategy is going into the next set of elections. It's always an exciting time in Tobago when there is elections. We know it can get quite heated. But, you know, it's part of us having a democracy and us in being able to express our different opinions and have our own beliefs and so on. So, yeah, that's just some of the things that are happening. So hopefully we can get Mr. Duke on the line. So I'm not too sure what's happening with him. Okay. And I don't think we have him back on yet. So we're going to go for... Okay, so we do have him on. Mr. Duke, we have you on this morning. Good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning, Candice Jackson, and good morning to my people in Tobago.
Good morning, Mr. Duke. Nice to hear you this morning. How are you?
I'm great, always great.
All right, so we're talking about elections 2025, particularly the general elections. What is the PDP planning towards those elections?
Victory only, and to correct the misrepresentations that took place over the years. We need to correct that, and so to put Tobago's needs squarely on the nation's agenda. It must be placed squarely on the nation's agenda. It must remain there until those issues are properly dealt with as priority.
All right. So are we going to be seeing the PDP a little bit more active on the ground, hosting meetings, having the walkabouts and so on, agitating the community? Are we going to be seeing some of that rolling out very soon?
I'm not sure if you are going to see it, but I say to you, we are already on the ground walking. We are already in the communities talking to people, doing things. We are not in the business of show. We are in the business of being effective and being efficient in what we do. So we are on the ground. Most times we are not wearing the jerseys per se, because it's not really election seasons yet. But we are on the ground. We are in the valley and the hills and the nooks and the crannies, etc.
Mm-hmm. And what's it been like? What's it been your reception like on the ground when you've been going through the communities?
It's a mix-up. People are quite disappointed in how my colleagues, I would say, would have treated the mandate given to them, the dash it way, like abortion, they just dash it away. They are displeased about that. They are hurt about that. And I oftentimes find myself apologizing and begging them to hold on, not to give up. All is not lost. People are people. Anywhere you go in the world, people are people. Judas is Judas and Christ is Christ. They are not of the same. And people will always be people. But I have forgiven them for what they have done. They did not know better, but I asked the people to forgive me for what I've done. I too didn't know better. I took people who I believe were genuinely interested in Tobago's business, and a mandate was given by the people, something that we signed on to with lawyers and commissioner of affidavits, and then they abandoned the whole thing and said they're independent. And so I spent a lot of time apologizing. But once I apologize, the people are ready to forgive, they are ready to heal, they are ready to put Tobago's business first. I find Tobago's business is a priority among the electorate, both of the East and the West. Tobago's business. Too many small games taking place, and there are distractions. They want Tobago's business to take place, and that must be the attraction.
How will the PDP be different this time around?
The PDP is not going to be different. The PDP is going to be the PDP. And this time it's going to be genuinely the PDP people. We will have to look for the charlatans and the Judases and those weak-hearted people who are not of a more stern character and a more robust commitment. We will have to decipher that by a good screening process and to ask the public to bring what they know about these people to my attention. So I will be able to make that final decision before giving anyone permission to run under the PDP ticket.
And
but we're not going to be different. Our core values remain the same.
Okay, I think we had a little break in the transmission there. As you can repeat what you were last saying.
Okay, I was saying that the PDP will not be different, except that its selection process is going to be more robust, more intense because you want to get persons who are not Judas, who are not charlatans, who are not weak heart, who are not wandering off on a frolic of their own and that kind of stuff. We want persons who are steady, who are focused, who are committed on Tobago's business, and that's about the only change you're going to see. Our mandate is going to be putting Tobago first and lifting up the man on the ground, ensuring that he benefits from any economic windfall in Tobago. Any kind of money passing Tobago must be down to the small man.
And then how can you assure the public of Tobago that this time around the PDP will be able to get people on board that hold true to its mandate and hold true to its vision?
Well, you're asking a question that only time could tell. But let me answer it this way. We will not be going back with anybody from that old PDP team that betrayed the trust of Tobagonians. So that's one way we can ensure them. There will be no kiss and makeup. There will be no switching of sides, come over now, etc. The line has been drawn, and Tobagonians are firm in their mind who is who.
All right, well, Mr. Duke, we are unfortunately out of time this morning, but I just want to give you a minute just to add anything if you need to at this point in time.
Yes, I want to say to the people of Tobago and Trinidad that as one people, we have to focus on self-determination for the people of Tobago. We do not want autonomy. Autonomy is a measure of rights. We want all our rights. So the people of Tobago, on the island of Tobago, could determine among themselves without any external influence from central government or any part of the world, their own political status. We need to determine that, our own, and to develop our own economic, social, and cultural systems and policies that reflect our Tobago-ness. We need to be serious and committed about this thing. Is not an easy jump. It's something for the long haul. And the PDP will be pursuing that 150%.
All right, great. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Duke. And we look forward to connecting with you as the days and weeks roll on leading up to the elections. But viewers, we got to take a quick break and we'll be back right after this. So don't go anywhere.
The energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor. So wake up and hear me.
It's March Madness at Standard Distributors Limited. Get $100 back for every $1,000 you spend. Major appliance deals on Frigidaire, Hyacinth, Samsung, and more. Plus, same-day financing options available. Don't miss out. Sale ends March 31st. Standard, never beaten on quality and prices.
No place like home, home, home.
Oh, I love Tobago, baby.
When we outside, it's an ocean of love. All that we align to the stars up above. Let we dance now, take a chance now with me. And we go jump till morning. Look, the moon gone sleeping. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last drop of bacchanal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tongue again. Jump and shake the ground again. We with all my friends and them. No place like home. 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 We go jump till the moon come down. It's we who the stars shine on. Play a mass and break away. Freedom in with DNA. Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. Good morning, Tobago.
back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we are switching gears now to World Consumer Rights Day, which is today. World Consumer Rights is observed annually on March 15th, and it underscores the importance of consumer rights in the global market space. So to give us an idea of what's on for today and how we are observing that day today, I am speaking with Mr. Langdon.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the team. Kicking, chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates, and viewers, just want to apologize for that little break in transmission. But we are talking today about World Consumer Rights Day because today is Consumer Rights Day, and It underscores the importance of consumer rights in the global marketplace. And to speak to us a little bit about World Consumer Rights Day and even how it's going to be observed here in Trinidad and Tobago, specifically Tobago, I am being joined by Mr. Langdon Phillips, and he is the Manager of Consumer Affairs Unit in the Division of Finance, Trade and the Economy. So good morning and welcome to you, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning. It's so wonderful to be here. I'm in a great mood because I'm certainly happy, acknowledging consumer rights. I think that a lot of us take for granted, but then in the marketplace, when we stumble upon certain issues, we realize that how important and significant our consumer rights really are.
And tell me about that. Like, what's so important about knowing our rights and so on?
Well, the thing about it is, fortunately, in Tobago, we have a lot of scrupulous business persons, but we know that at times that business persons can be, because, they're into business to earn a profit. So sometimes, or a lot of times, you have to understand that the consumer's interest may not be the number one priority, your economic interest. And so, fortunately, we have laws and so in place protecting the consumer rights. And so the Consumer Affairs Unit was established to protect the economic interests of consumers. But the consumer rights, if a person thinks about shopping, consumption, acquiring a good or service for your personal satisfaction, you would go shopping, or now we can do it online also, is acquiring these goods and services. But the first thing is that you have the right to choose. You could choose what store you're going to and what item in the store, because you have options in the store. So the first thing persons always have to be mindful of is that they have this choice. The choice is yours. You can't be bullied, bombarded. You're not obligated to purchase item A over in item B. The choice is yours. And which is why we always tell persons along to ensure that you safeguard your rights, you have responsibilities. So one of the responsibilities we always mention to consumers is that of shopping around. Because oftentimes you hear persons buy an item and they say, oh my goodness, I went down the road and realized I could have gotten it for $50 less or even $500, $5,000, in the price difference. So we often tell persons, you have the right to choose, but be responsible, shop around, right? Another important right of the consumer is to be given accurate information, truthful, honest, accurate information about the good and the service that you intend to acquire. To be able to get this information, you'll obviously need to read it and the packaging, read the labels, and see what is actually being offered. Ask questions at the store prior to purchase. Oftentimes, persons ask a number of questions after when they run into problems. But we always try to tell people to ask questions before, because one of the areas that I see the Tobago consumer stumbles upon a number of problems. So when something goes wrong with an item, they go back to the store and then they are told that, a technician, authorized technician, has to treat with the item, all well and good, but then the technician is not based on the island. So they have to then wait in turn for this technician to be able to make it up to Tobago and check the item. And then they also realize that they're not obligated to get a loan unit in the interim, so it could be a number of weeks before this person comes up and you have not afforded the luxury or the courtesy of a loan unit, and we know how major appliances could shut down a household.
Yes.
Further to that, we have the right to be heard. So whenever you have a problem with an item, stores are obligated to hear you. So just always feel free to call, go back to the store and let them know exactly what's the issue you're having with the item. They're obligated to hear you, right? You you have the right to safety. So if you purchase an iron, it's supposed to get hot to press the garment. It's not supposed to shock you, because then, you then until will actually be in shock if it does that, So items are supposed to be fit for the purpose, nothing more, in the sense that you don't expect it to be harmful to you or persons around when you're using it. And if an item is not functioning properly, you have the right to what we call redress, which is a fair settlement. And we talk about the 3 R's here. Oftentimes the store might opt to repair the item, or it can replace it. And the one that's often most difficult, the refund, But it's supposed to be up to the customer, the consumer, to choose which form of redress they want, particularly based on the type of item, the price, how long, in terms of the date of purchase, how long they had the item. So once they didn't abuse the item, then they're supposed to be obligated to have a fair settlement, for their just claims. Beyond that, we have the right to just what we are having somewhat here, consumer education, because it's so important for consumers to be given information out there so they can make the right choices in the marketplace. It's also the right of a consumer to have access to all the basic amenities, your food, clothing, shelter, and added to that is education and healthcare. And if we think of these things, right here in Tobago, we have access to all these things here, And to be responsible, we should always note where they are, know what obligations we may have to access these services or products, because oftentimes we take these rights for granted and we don't act responsible, and then we complain that our rights being infringed upon. But we have to safeguard these rights by being responsible consumers.
All right. And then when it comes to having a situation or being faced with a situation where a customer is feels that they're not getting the kind of redress or their rights are not being respected, what mechanism or what system is in place to help them find that redress that they're seeking?
Okay. Well, at the Consumer Affairs units, one of the services we offer to the public is that we treat with consumer complaints. So a person can feel free to call our office on number 639-6556, or simply call to the Division of Finance, Trade and the Economy, and they'll transfer you to the Consumer Affairs unit. And we have officers, or specifically an officer at this point in time, that treats with consumer complaints. So once we realize it's a legitimate complaint, we would investigate it and treat with it and explore obtaining redress for the consumer. And we often boast about having, from inception, our success rate has always been in excess of like 95% success rate. Some may have to go a bit beyond where we might advise the person to take up, go the legal route in having their claims, justified.
All right. And what, sometimes we go with this notion that the customer is always right, and there's some customers that may want to abuse that. How should even business owners treat with situations like that? What's available for them?
Well, the thing about it is, a lot of business owners actually come to us and speak to us prior to even a consumer coming to us. And we are very fair. We are very fair because, you see, we know oftentimes a consumer coming to us with a complaint, and upon thorough investigation, you realize the story takes a turn. So you're not always offered the truth initially, because some consumers seeking their economic interests only. So they're not really, they might be dishonest in their actions. And then You know, when they'll say, when you think about it, they spend thousands of dollars on this item, but they abuse the item. They use it improperly. They fail to read the instructions prior to use, so they actually damage the item. And they take it back to the store and say, I don't know what happened. We just set up the item and X, Y, Z take place. So certainly when a complaint, we are faced with a complaint, once the consumer is deemed to be liable, we would not entertain it. We wouldn't take up that matter, or we definitely would throw out that case. You know.
All right. Well, the theme for this year's World Consumer Day is that of fair and responsible AI for customers. For consumers, sorry. Yeah. So give me an idea of how, unpack that theme a little bit for us here in Tobago especially.
Well, the thing about it is, well, I know a number of persons, we all have been hearing about AI. We know it means artificial intelligence. And, you know, it's when you come across these words, you know, it's sort of cloudy in the minds of many. And, you know, even myself, because it's so broad. It goes a lot deeper than we think. You know, we have encountered so much places and we take things for granted. We don't even know that we are already, you know, faced with treating with AI, and AI has been, you know, we're exposed to it in so many ways. And that's why by month end, we will be having a program combined with our colleagues up at Tittle, Tobago Information Technology Limited, right? Who they would actually be treating with the topic and explaining things and showcasing certain things so that people will be able to safeguard themselves when accessing a lot of services where they expose and interact with AI, you know, because it can be so useful and help enhance productivity of our organization, our person, everything. But also it's something that we need to safeguard ourselves, because you know and you heard of certain, it's been abused and it can be used to con persons or so. So it's definitely something that we need to look at, have the knowledge so we know how to treat with it and how to safeguard ourselves going forward. So definitely before the month is out, the theme for World Consumer Rights is something it will definitely be focused on by our unit combined with Tittle.
And what are some of the things that you're even seeing that's popping up within our society where AI is concerned?
Well, typically a lot of the large organizations, from the time you log on to their web pages, you know, you realize that you ask certain questions and you're being channeled, almost like you're conversing with someone, you know. This is really good because even a lot of times, even beyond the hours of operation, you could call our organization and get great assistance, pointed through and get exactly the answers that you were seeking. So you're going beyond the rush hour. And you're actually getting a lot of information. You might actually, in some cases, you actually might be conversing with what you would think is someone, you know, and it's this automated responses or so. But it's so channeled and it can be so wide and so deep, as I was saying. You wouldn't believe it's beyond. You would believe it's beyond a computer system. You actually believe it's a person you're speaking to. So it can be very useful and practical. But as you know, along with this sort of technology, so there's a lot of dangers along with it.
Certainly. Now, for World Consumer Rights Day, what else is the unit doing in Tobago for education drives and that sort of thing? How else are we observing the day in Tobago?
Right. Well, we certainly would be putting, well, just like how I would have touched on the rights here today, and the responsibilities associated with these rights, we would actually be looking to put a lot of information out there in the media, in the face of ads also, to share and remind people, because most persons are aware of these rights. The thing that we really have to be mindful of is being responsible along with these rights, because we've acted improperly a lot of times, because, for instance, I would have mentioned that you have the right to be heard. Mm-hmm. But a responsible thing there would come down to how we approach the store, the retailer. You're not going to just go, because that's often make a difference. When we treat with consumer complaints, you actually hear the proprietor, the business owner say, I don't have a problem giving this person back the item, but it's the way they come in the store, the barge in there, the quarrel, might have even use obscene language. They had to summon security or so for them. So, and then the charge, and they're not feeling to offer any sort of remedy to this situation. But when it comes down to it, the item was not working. Mm-hmm. So they should get some sort of redress. But all because of the way how they would have approached it, it was they were turned down. Mm-hmm. So it's so important for that sort of information to reach consumers. Not just your rights, but your responsibilities, to act out there. So we want to just continue putting that information out there. That's why education is a great part of our mandate. And we treat with complaints, as I mentioned. And also beyond that, we have what we call a research section. And we go into the retail outlets, supermarkets, or as the case may be, and we collect prices. And we also, because we are aware of, beyond the consumer rights, we know all the stipulations by the government, how things are supposed to be laid out also, what's supposed to be on display for consumers also, with like a unit price for these items that you have to weigh, the weights and measure. And so we check and ensure that these things are in place at stores, and we have very capable research officers, and the length and breadth of the island is covered.
Great. And now, as we're getting ready to wrap things up this morning, I just want you to just leave the information for the public to know how to get in touch with the Consumer Affairs Unit out of the division.
Right. Well, our unit is located in the heart of Scarborough, the Victor E. Bruce Financial Complex. We are on level 1 of the complex. The number I shared before, 639-6556. Still the same. Or you could just call the Division of Finance and ask to be transferred to the Consumer Affairs Unit. So you know the location, you have our number. Also, through the division's page, also, one could feel free that whether it is the Facebook page or so too, could message us if you have a concern also, and we will treat with the complaint by that method, because thanks to technology, you could send a copy of your receipts to us, so we could as your proof of purchase. Mm. So.
And then, how can people be involved with the fair and responsible AI use for consumers? Program that's going to be coming up with it all?
Right. Well, we'll be having a program coming up before the end of the month, and we'll be bringing information as to how they could register for it and so. Mm-hmm. But more than likely, it will be a program online. So persons could be in the comfort of their home and tune in and get all the relevant information needed.
Okay, great. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Phillips, for being on with us. It was certainly a pleasure speaking with you this morning. So we have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, and viewers, we're not quite done yet. We've still got a little bit more coming up for you on GMT, so don't go anywhere.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning.
Oh, yes!
Tobago. It's another football showdown this Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Our very own 1976 FC Phoenix comes out to lock up and lock down Prisons FC. Come and see national call-up Jem Gordon, Jariel Arthur, Lambos, Trevin Noor Caesar, and Adriel George as they continue to rise and take Tobago higher. Come and support Phoenix as they extend their unbeaten streak. Kick-off time 4 p.m. Admission $25. Make it an evening of fun and entertainment. It's FC Phoenix versus Prisons FC. Sunday, March 17th at the Dwight York Stadium. Be there. Be there.
Tobago on Tobago Updates, viewers. Now we are switching our conversations to jazz, and we know that the THA is not hosting the Tobago Jazz Experience, but the private sector is getting on board. And one of those bits of the private sector is Black Two Sugars, who is going to be hosting a jazz and music weekend in Tobago. And joining us on the line from St. Lucia, we have Mr. John Gill, who is the managing director of Black Two Sugars. All right, so good morning and welcome to you, Mr. Gill. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you very much for having us on. A pleasure to be here. And just a slight correction, I'm not the managing director, just one of the directors of Black Two Sugars.
Okay, great. Thank you for that correction. Now, give us an idea a little bit about just your decision to be a part of this, to, you know, as a private promoter or as part of the private, part of the team to take this mission on board to host a jazz type event in Tobago.
All right. Last year we were the producers of Jazz on the Beach alongside Mount Irvin.
Yes.
And when we found out late last year that the THA may not be doing the Jazz Experience, we decided, listen, we will continue to produce our event. Unfortunately, Mount Irvin decided not to partner with us this year, so we have partnered with Starfish Tobago Resorts, which formerly Turtle Beach. So we have moved the event to that location. It's now called Beachfront Jazz. Having done that, we said to ourselves, would people leave Trinidad or anywhere else just to come for one event? And we said probably not. So we decided to reach out to other entities and invite them to let us create a weekend of activities. So we reached out to Fairways Restaurant and Lounge. They agreed, so they are putting together their event called Brunch On, which is on this Sunday 28th. It's a food-inclusive brunch costing. Our event on Saturday is called Beachfront Jazz, which we're doing in partnership with Starfish Tobago. It's a premium drinks inclusive event. The price point is $600. Then we partnered as well with Sin Romana, a villa in Lowlands, and they have put together a meet and greet, basically a welcome. We're calling it Come In, and that's on the Friday 25th. The price point for that is $100. It's a cooler event, so just come and hang out and lime and have fun. We'll have some entertainment there as well. And then we were approached by another promoter, Easel Promotions, when they saw what we were doing, and they asked, could we become part of the weekend? And we said, no problem. So we have included on Thursday an event called Jazz, the Two of Us, that will be held at Beverly's Oasis in Lowlands. And it's an all-inclusive jazz event, and the price point for that is $700. So that's what makes up the Jazz and Music Weekend that runs from the 25th to the 28th.
Now, are you worried at all that, because we only just saw a couple weeks ago some of the ads and stuff circulating in the space. Are you worried about getting the participation on board?
Well, so far the response has been very, very encouraging. So we are going by faith. And I believe that we will have a pretty good turnout. It's the first time. We have also changed we have pushed the paradigm a little bit, where normally jazz events like Jazz on the Beach and others tend to be cooler events. And we have decided that we're doing no coolers this year. It's a premium drinks inclusive. So you come with your chairs, or you come without your chairs, because we have chairs rented for beachfront jazz. Come and just enjoy yourself. We have excellent entertainment on beachfront jazz. We have brought back Bajan Grammy Award winner Arturo Tapin. We have Elan Parley. We have Vonnet Bigfoot. We have Tobago's own Kai DeVere and her band. So we have quite a bit of good entertainment. And on Sunday, Fairways has for their entertainment another Tobagonian, KLM. So I think we have a pretty good package, a good slate of events that could encourage people to come across and enjoy the weekend.
And how important it is for you guys to continue such an event in Tobago?
I think it's very, very important. I think Tobago has become known for jazz. The event that we produced before was a fringe event, but if in this new dispensation, it means that we become the premier event, we have no problem in growing our event into that. So we look forward to it, and I think we're very excited about doing it and continuing to produce jazz in Tobago.
And as you mentioned that, what are you seeing for the future of jazz as well?
Well, one of the things about events like this, there are a number of spin-offs. There are people come in, they stay at hotels, they rent cars, we employ people. So there are a number of spin-offs that benefit the economy of Tobago. And I think I am happy with that, and that will be our contribution.
All right, great. No, I just want you to just give us an idea again for those who just did not get that information before, or they're just tuning in. What are the events that you're hosting, when and where, how they can get tickets? Give us all that information.
All right, sure. All right, so the weekend begins on Thursday with Jazz the Two of Us, which will be held at Beverly's Oasis in Lowlands. The price point for that is $700. Tickets are available at Beverly's Oasis. I'm not sure where else, but you can definitely check Beverly's Oasis for those tickets. On Friday, we have Come In, which is the welcome cooler event, poolside event at the Villa, Sin Romana Villa. Those tickets are available at Sin Romana Villa or Gencare Spa in Trinidad. And then on Saturday, we have Beachfront Jazz at the Turtle Beach Hotel. Tickets for Beachfront Jazz are available at Cache Lowlands, Cache in Trinidad at Cache Trin City Mall, Cache Eastgate Mall, Cache Gulf City at Gencare Spa in Trinidad, and Gencare Spa in Tobago, and of course also at the hotel as well. And then on Sunday, brunch on, tickets available at Fairways and also at Cache in Tobago and in Trinidad.
All right.
So
great.
feel free to access your tickets and come and have a good time. That's what we're about, ensuring people have an enjoyable time.
Certainly. And we're grateful that you're taking up the opportunity and you're still, having something in Tobago that we can enjoy, something jazz related that we can enjoy here in Tobago. So I want to certainly thank you for that.
I want to say thank you to Tobago for allowing us the opportunity.
All right, great. Well, viewers, again, thank you for joining us. But viewers, thank you for viewing this morning. And that's how we're going to end the show this morning. And I hope you have a safe and wonderful weekend in whatever you do. And we will see you again on Monday. Bye for now.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.